Hey guys, Brian and Aaron here from 5 to Go, and we are talking today about a bunch of things that you should avoid going into the new year.
Yes.
There are a lot of mistakes to be made, and
Yes.
and we're here to talk about
Some of them.
a lot of them. And we did get some help from our friends on Discord.
Yeah. So if you haven't popped
stick
over there.
around, yeah. So pop over on Discord. There's a lot of discussion about a lot of these topics, and also if you want to be involved in future videos, like I just went on Discord and said, "Hey y'all,
Give us some stuff.
what are some problems you've had in the past year?" And
Yep.
a lot of that's going to be in this video. So if you want to be involved in that, 5togo.com/Discord. Thank you to all of those people that gave us more stuff to talk
All
about.
the different things to talk about. Yep.
So the first thing we wanted to talk about is,
Maybe still hold off on buying a new rig.
yeah,
Because I don't know if you've read anything or you've seen any of the news in the last couple of years, like those rigs that were built, those motorhomes and RVs and trailers and fifth wheels and all of those things that we're all looking at, weren't built very well during the pandemic.
yeah. So there was a huge, massive increase in interest
Right.
starting in 2020. A lot of the manufacturers were like, "Oh crap, let's ride this bandwagon," and they started cranking them out.
Yeah.
And,
And the quality
so-
is not as good.
And we're not saying it's across the board.
Nope,
We're not
nope.
saying that there aren't great ones out there. We're not saying that all of them are crap. We're not. This is not a blanket
Nope.
statement. This is more of just a warning, where we know people that have rigs that are 2020, 2021, 2022.
Yep.
They've been nothing but trouble.
Right.
We know other people.
Yep.
But just fine. Right. So, what are some of the things that we've heard from some of our friends?
Some of the stuff like molding just falling off, like things that they put over to make everything look nice and pretty,
Yeah.
just falling off. Refrigerators being put in but not being put like up on things, and so stuff's leaking and then you can't get to it, and then there's other stuff that you can get to.
Water lines not hooked up properly.
Lots
Water
of
lines
things
being
not hooked up.
stapled through.
Right, yeah, there's just the quality of production hasn't been there in some lines.
And let's be
in some
honest,
rigs.
the quality of production before the pandemic wasn't exactly
stellar.
like award winning.
Right.
So it just went down from there.
Yeah, so with that, I would say always, if you're going to buy a new rig or a used rig,
Yeah.
get an inspection. Buy a
And
licensed
that's-
inspector for RVs.
Yeah, and that's not something you might think of with a new RV. Like a used
Get it
RV,
done.
get an inspection.
Always.
For a new RV, you would think, I have a
Everything would
warranty, the dealership has gotten this and gone through it
Right.
with a fine-tooth comb and yada yada. No.
No.
The dealerships get those and they flip them as fast as possible.
Right.
They are sometimes getting them from the factory with a list of things to still do or fix or install.
Before they give them to you guys.
They want to
so-
get those out as fast as possible because the longer they sit on the lot, the less money they're going to make on them.
Yep.
So, get inspections on new rigs. Go to, I think it's the RVIA or FRV.
one of-
There's a link right
one of
here
these.
to where you can go and search for an inspector in your area. Sorry about that dog. We're in a very popular campground right
We
now.
are.
So go to this link and find an inspector. Have them check out your rig, even if it's brand new.
Yes.
And if you have a dealership tell you that
everything's
that an
fine.
inspection is not necessary on a new RV, find another dealership
Yep.
or another salesperson or
Right.
talk to the sales manager or something like that. Just it's a lot of money.
A lot of money,
For
and
it
you need
to
to get
just
it
fall
checked
apart.
out. That little bit of money compared to the big price tag that you're going to get is absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
Same thing like when you buy your house. You know, you get that inspection done. You want to get it on this because this is your home away from home.
She's a real estate agent. She would know.
Always get an inspection.
All right. So next up is another thing to avoid this year is it may already be too late.
It might be.
You may be unable to avoid this. What is it, honey?
You need to plan now for your spring and summer because
Yeah.
if you're planning to go to one of those really, really popular places, they might already be taken for those
Yeah.
campgrounds. And if you have a bigger rig, you're definitely going to want to do things early.
Yeah, like we were just talking that how RVing has gotten more and more popular
Right.
and that's caused all those other issues. That's another issue that it's caused is availability in really popular places. So if you haven't booked those campgrounds, you know, near some of the bigger national parks, all the campgrounds inside national parks, those are all gone. Those were gone 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So if you know you want to go somewhere this summer,
Start
do
planning
it.
now, start figuring it out now, make the reservations, check their cancellation policies
Yep.
because a lot of the times you can cancel, you know, within 2 weeks or a week and get all of your money back. But
Yeah.
I would say plan now and be happy later.
yep. Or you can wait till it's off season, like right now. We are in Disney's Fort Wilderness. It's the campground right next to Magic Kingdom here. And you can see it is not full.
It's not full
There,
right
there are
now.
empty sites everywhere because it's January.
Right.
Right. So if you can camp off season, you'll maybe have some better luck with some of those busier places. But
Warmer, busier places in January at least.
yep. So that's number 2.
So to piggyback on the last one that we talked about like kind of scheduling things now, maybe try a different place this time. Like if you go to the lake every single summer because, it's familiar and you're comfortable there, maybe this is the summer that you try something a little bit different and maybe out of your comfort zone. Whenever we have been like invited to go with other people to something that we normally wouldn't plan, we usually end up having an amazing time.
Oh, you mean like a weekend boondocking in the mountains in Montana?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Would we ever have picked that for ourselves?
No.
But was it awesome?
It was. It was so much fun, and the kids still talk about it, and it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So doing something a little bit different might be a great thing for you this year.
So to match the theme,
yeah,
avoid
going to the same place.
doing the same thing yet again this
Right.
year. Try something different.
Yeah.
Next up on things to avoid this coming year of RVing, avoid unexpected budgetary surprises.
What does that mean?
Unexpected financial difficulties. Y'all know gas prices just went bananas this past year.
Right.
And we were not expecting that.
Yeah, they went up right when we got to the West Coast.
Yeah, so
Yay!
we were kind of stuck out there, and as we talked about in our previous video, we had a discussion about what to do and whether to continue on or turn back or whatever. If we had planned a little better, and I don't think anybody really could have predicted that, when we were scheduling that trip several months ahead of time. But that kind of crap happens.
It does.
It does. So if we had just looked at our fuel budget, and if any of you watching this that really know me know that I don't have a budget.
We don't have a budget. We really should though.
We really should, especially for long trips.
Right.
But if budgeting is a thing that you do, you should absolutely expect things like fuel to go like this.
Yeah.
And
if we had
expect
planned, yeah.
repairs to be needed.
Right.
Expect a tire to blow up. Or
Yeah.
there's all sorts of things that go on. You know, you're adults. You know that crap happens, right?
Right. Well,
So-
we had planned it like gas is at $3 a gallon, and let's just go. And we didn't plan for any type of fluctuation. So I would say
It literally doubled.
go
Yeah.
into it with like a nice buffer
Yep.
for your trip, and you will be pleasantly surprised when it doesn't go up, and you'll be prepared if it does.
Yeah.
So
And one nice thing about RVing is if unexpected financial things happen, you can adjust.
Right.
You can find cheaper campgrounds. You can just stop moving for a while. You can get a different RV, like if things just go completely sideways. So there are things you can do. Like
Right.
this is not a very rigid lifestyle. It's a nice rig.
yeah,
This is not a very rigid lifestyle. There's a lot of flexibility. There's
yeah.
a lot of oh, that sucks. Let's just keep rolling. Or this place kind of weirds me out. Let's go to the next one down the road.
Right.
So that is a bonus of this. But plan for the worst
and
expect the middle of the road.
and have the best time.
Such an optimist.
I know, right? To try to help you at the end here.
All right, we had to sit down for this last one here. So as we mentioned earlier in the video, we went to our Discord server, 5togo.com/Discord, and asked everyone there in the RV Talk channel, what is the worst piece of RVing advice you got in 2022? So this segment, brought to you by the wonderful people in our Discord server, is bad advice to avoid going into next year. And
Right.
some of this is just straight up
They
bonkers.
were pretty crazy.
Okay, so the first one, which I actually got a laugh out of, was Ryan Neufeld. Just in quotes, it'll be fine. Is that the equivalent of kind of lashing down a really heavy load and then just punching it or tugging on a rope and being like, oh, it'll hold?
It'll be fine.
Another one here, SOHC Nightmare. He said that someone told him that it's okay to drive his RV 85 miles an hour.
Oh, because the tires are rated for that? They're not.
They're not. 60 to 65 is a good speed for towed vehicles.
Yes.
I drive this thing 70, 72. Like when the speed limit is 70, I will drive at 70.
Right.
Because these are much bigger, much more expensive, much
Beefy
higher
tires.
quality tires than most of the tires you'll see on a trailer.
Especially,
so,
yeah.
Unless you know personally that you have upgraded the tires on your trailer or fifth wheel, please don't go more than 60 or 65.
Yeah. Please don't ever go 85.
If I'm going 70 in this thing and you pass me,
In your
flying by
trailer?
me on the left, I'll see you down the road on the side with a flat.
Yeah, that's... just be safe.
So Bingus Largus, which is the first time I've said that out
I
loud.
was
That
gonna
sounds
say.
weird. He said the worst advice I got was no advice. We went in blind and had to figure out most of it later. It was only after we bought our first RV that we found this community and other resources that were available to us. So, yeah.
Join us on Discord.
Do your research. Join us on Discord. We have brand new people that have never stepped foot in an RV, all the way to people that have been full-timing twice as long as we have.
Yep.
So it's a great place to get information.
We ask them questions.
Yep. Next up was the Meisters, one of our road runners, and he said, in quotes, people were telling him, "You'll just be bored all the time." Are you
Like
bored
out
all the
camping?
time? Yeah, just like living in an RV or being out in an RV.
It's like being at home, but with a new backyard.
For full-timing, yeah.
Yeah, for full-timing,
Yeah.
for us.
Not everybody in here is full-timers.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, you'll be bored all the time?
No.
No, that's
It's
bad.
what you make of it. If you
It is.
If
If
you
you want to
don't-
sit home and play video games, you can sit
can
home
do
and
that.
play video games.
Yeah.
If you want to go on 10-mile hikes every day,
you can do
go
that
on
too.
10-mile hikes every day. So you definitely won't be bored. It is, like she said, it is what you make of it.
Right.
The next one is from MCRC801, another road runner. He said, from our dealer, you don't need to waste your money having an inspection. We go through our RVs 100%. Our inspection, or the inspection that they order, found 2 water leaks.
This is why you get an
What we
inspection.
were just talking
Ding,
about
ding, ding.
earlier in this video. So another piece of very bad advice from one of our favorite people, Chelsea. Make sure you always tow in 4-wheel drive for more control. They were told this by their dealership when they bought their new truck.
Have you ever driven in 4-wheel drive?
Please, for the love of whatever you believe in, do not always tow in 4-wheel drive.
No.
Do not always drive a vehicle in 4-wheel drive, unless it is made to do that and it has like some advanced all-time all-wheel drive.
Right.
That's fine. But if you have a selector that is 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low, leave it in 2.
Leave it
if you
in
get
2.
stuck and you need some extra traction, 4-wheel drive's fine.
Right. But you're not driving
You're not driving
it
in that. No.
for that. Oh,
Especially not on hard pavement. Like, no, just don't.
no.
Another really good one from Chelsea. Quote, "You'll definitely fit."
Oh my gosh. Please do not trust anybody that isn't yourself
Yeah.
to know whether or not you will fit.
Yeah, we've we now have a 44, 45 foot rig. We've had 2 37-foot rigs prior to that, and we've had people try to put us in 30-foot sites. And you need to make sure when you make a reservation that they are asking for your length,
Right?
and that you know that they know your length.
And your length, and that you have an extra vehicle
Yeah.
or 2 vehicles or whatever it is that you have,
Yep.
or you're going to get there and you're not going to fit and they're not going to have any more spots. And then you're going to be like, oh my goodness. And that is not a good feeling.
Yeah, yeah, that one's terrible. We've all run into that.
And the more you do it, the more you'll know. You can just look at a site and be like, we're not going to fit there.
Another one from 4-wheel drive combine driver, and he does actually drive a combine. It's kind of cool. Most fifth wheels are half-ton towable. I was told that once, but I know better.
No.
I would say that pretty much no fifth wheels are half-ton towable,
Safely.
even though there are companies out there. I know Grand Design is one of them that have half-ton lines or like ultralight fifth wheels. You gotta check your numbers, guys.
Right.
Like, you have to check your numbers. And fifth wheels put a lot more weight on the truck, which means it's impacting your payload a lot more. And half-ton trucks do not have a lot of payload capacity, so check your numbers.
Yeah. And if you want to talk about this more, again, come to Discord. We have a whole channel about trucks and towing.
Yep, we have a
and
trucks
the
and
guys
towing
that are in there love to run numbers. So
Yep.
you can always get that information.
Yeah, so I'm just going to throw in a personal bad advice in there. There was someone else on the channel. They didn't jump into this conversation, but they did talk about it a few weeks ago. Their dealership told them that their truck was fine for what they were towing, and it wasn't even close to half the capacity for the RV that they purchased.
No.
Do not trust a dealership to know anything about your truck,
Right.
or to make decisions for you, or
About your
to
safety.
provide good advice for you, because the person at the dealership
It's trying to get it sold.
is there to make a sale.
Right.
That's it. All the other research, all of the other equipment, like weight distributing hitches, whatever fifth wheel hitches you want to use, tow bars for cars behind motorhomes, all of that. Please do your research
Yep.
and find that information from someone that's not trying to sell you anything.
Right.
Again, Discord is free.
And you get to come and talk to
And
us
we
because
love
we're in
to
there
chat.
all the time.
We love to chat. There's a couple thousand people in there. Everybody loves to chat.
They do.
We answer questions all day long. We love it. Next up, we have Duck. His piece of advice was from everyone around him that when he would talk about wanting to get into RVing, everyone around him says, you don't really need to do that. And now he feels like he's really missed out on something that he really wanted to do. So that's bad advice.
It's bad advice.
If it's something you want to try and it's something that you have the means to try, don't let other people's misconceptions about RVs and RVing and RVers keep you from trying it if you want to.
Right.
It is a fantastic community. It's full of great people, and it's something you should try if you really want to. You can rent an RV, or you can go drop a whole bunch of money on an RV. That is up to you.
That's up to you.
But all those other people in your life that might be telling you not to try something, go try it. It's not like
they might be right for you.
They might,
but
yeah.
you won't know unless you try.
I'm not going to tell my brother to try RVing because
or mine.
No,
they won't like it.
And it's not like someone trying you to tell you to jump off a bridge, right?
Right.
The whole like, would you do it if your friends did? Yeah, it's
Just
not that. If you want to try it, just go try it.
It might surprise you.
Yep. And this one is from a Mr. Jeffrey Lyons.
Who's that? I think it's Lyons.
Is it Lyons?
It's Lyons.
Is it Jeff Lyons?
It's Jeff Lyons.
Yeah, so you'll know Jeff. He's been in a bunch of our videos, and he's actually 2 sites over right now.
Yep.
His piece of bad advice is you don't need gloves to connect your sewer hoses. If you've been watching our videos for any length of time,
please use gloves when you're touching poop hoses.
Use gloves. I don't care if they're disposable.
Yep,
I don't care if they're not disposable. I don't care about any of that as long as you use gloves.
Yeah, gloves are good.
And wash your hands afterwards.
Yes.
Twice if you need to. Like,
don't play with poop hoses.
Don't be gross. Do you know what people do in dump stations? Like, if you don't use gloves in dump stations,
yeah, just
good
watch
luck.
the guy in front of you, and then see if you want to touch what he just touched.
Yeah. So another one on the subject of poo. This is from John S. He's had people tell him to just leave all of his tanks open when he's hooked up to sewer. That will what results in what is called the poo pyramid, and that's when all of the liquids leave your black tank, but the solids do not.
Yeah, they all have to stay together, so they all leave together.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's a really fun video you could watch that shows this in depth if you don't know what we're talking about.
Nobody wants to see that.
For that. I'm just saying, if you're really curious.
All right, so that's it for Discord comments. And that's it for this video.
Yep.
So thank you guys for watching. And again, hop on Discord. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And we will come up with other videos like this. And if you want to get involved in those and throw in your 2 cents or answer questions or whatever it is we end up doing, that's where you'll find that.
Yep.
Thank you to the large number of Roadrunners that got involved in this discussion as well. If you would like to become a Roadrunner, we do even more things with them, like live streams. We have special goodies we send to people. We share our entire camping schedule, so if you guys want to come camp with us, like the Lions and the Horns and some other people
that are here with us
we're going to see a few more people later this week, and then next week at the Tampa rally, we have 10 other families camping with us. They are all Roadrunners.
Yep.
It's awesome. That kind of stuff happens.
That
if
could
you're
be
interested.
you too.
So if that's something you might be interested in, check it out. It's at the URL below, 5go.com/roadrunners. And we will see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.